Hello.
Evening.
Hope everyone's alright.
Happy Tuesday.
Hello, the replay viewers. Tonight we're going to be sharing a few things that we've seen we don't like, and you need to be mindful of some of the things that go on and really watch out for who you're actually listening to and paying attention to and getting advice from. So that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. I'm going to be sharing with you all. Just comment replay if you are watching replay. And anyone who's jumping on live, just drop a little one in the comments just to let us know that you can hear us okay. So we see this a lot, that people tell you not necessarily what you want to hear. Well, you do, they do that as well, but actually it doesn't always benefit you. It's not always in your best interests at heart. It's more their interests as to what they're telling you. Hello everyone who's getting on, just drop a little emoji in, just let us know that you're here. And they will tell you what's good for them 9 times out of 10. They won't necessarily tell you what's best for you. They won't have your interests at heart, and that's really, really sad, because this is an industry for helping people. The more people you help initially, the further you get in the industry. And what we've seen, we're going to share a few things with you that you should be aware of. And like I said, they're going to tell you what maybe will suit their pockets, line their pockets, suit their interests, not necessarily yours and your own. And we have seen lots, we've seen leadership throwing incentives, cash incentives, holidays, you name it, they've thrown it at you, and the team trying to push volume for own personal gain, boost their personal paychecks. And that's not right, because essentially what happens is the team start getting involved in competitions, placing orders
that they
don't necessarily need, spending money in their own pockets, then getting loads of stock that they can't sell and they're stuck with, and they're actually out of pocket. And that, I don't know about anyone else, but that's not why I'm in this industry. I'm in this industry to put money in their pockets, in the team's pockets, not take money out of their pockets for self-gain. And I think I'm very, very big on that. We are very big on that. There's no way that I would ever have a team member. In fact, I've had this before. A team member, because of an incentive that was going on, a competition, she was spending her rent money on product to, one, rank up, two, to get to involved in a competition. And when she told me, I was like, nah, that's not what this is about at all. This is about putting money in your pocket, making a difference to you and your family's life. This is not about you getting involved in a competition that you probably never will win anyway, and taking money away from, and putting your own household at risk, whether it's food on the table, whether it's the roof over your head. That's not what we're in this for. And
just for a status.
Absolutely, but it was to get involved in competitions and maybe win a laptop or a holiday or a spa break or something like that. That's not right. That's not why we do this business.
You sell your product to get the spa break or the laptop.
Absolutely.
That's the point of the industry, is to go out on there and sell what you've got, not to buy it for a competition. And that's what we're kind of... There's a lot of things I think about listening to people and their stories and stuff, and it's kind of like, don't just go by someone's say so. Actually do a little bit of research, ask some questions, ask if you've got a question, ask it. Don't just, oh yeah, okay, I believe you. Like, we know some people that that have moved to companies for pre-launch and not been paid for months. Now, yes, that is the aim of pre-launch, but when someone's telling you lies to do that, that is when it gets wrong, and you're taking money out of someone else's pocket just to line your own in a few months' time because you're the one that's sitting there at the top. And that's not what it's about either. No one has to make a decision there and then. You have to do your own research.
I'd never. I mean, look. If I was to start a company and tell all my lot who are getting paid regular money every single week or every single month, depending on what sort of business it was, and I say, right, I want your commitment to come and work with me, and I'm gonna, in 3 months or 4 months' time, this is what we're going to be doing, but I need you to leave this now. So you're going to be unpaid for 3, 4, 5 months, okay? And and you're going to come and work with me, but I want the commitment now, So I'm telling them that you can't be paid for 3, 4, 5 months just because of my own issues, And that's, at the end of the day, that's...
And they've then got to go and find people to do exactly the same, so it makes
Absolutely.
it harder.
Absolutely.
Because all you're doing is you're building a business on hype, and from what we've learned, a business on hype doesn't build a foundation.
No.
And
you build on hype, you die on hype, definitely, because essentially all you do is you attract people that are attracted to hype and shiny objects. That's what we call it in this household. But essentially, no, I do get it that people move on and people are attracted to it. But essentially, if you're going to build with hype, then the next new thing that launches, the team that you've built on hype will then be off for the next hyped up new business. And you've got to be really, really careful about that. Absolutely.
And also with hype, like... if you find yourself being attracted to a shiny object, but you love your current company, then you've got to ask yourself why you're being attracted to that shiny object. Is that because you've got a block that you don't want to work through? Now, I've said it before and I'll say it again. If you want to move companies because you love the product, then that's absolutely up to you. If you want to move companies because you're being taken by a bright shiny object, that's not because of what you want. That's because you're being led. You're not doing what you want to do. That's because you've got a block that you don't want to work through. So rather than sit there in your company and actually take action and work on it, you're going to move forward to a new shiny object where you won't then have to work through that block. But let me tell you, when you get to that point again, that block's coming back and you've got to work through it. So you either make your decision...
Or you go to another new shiny object.
Or you then move to a new shiny object and you start all over again and lose more credibility. So
and you see a lot of leaders doing this as well. You see a lot of leaders, they go from opportunity to opportunity to opportunity to opportunity, taking their team with them all the time because their team follow them like sheep. And what happens is they get their inrush of like fast start bonuses on their new thing, and then 6 months to a year down the line, they're moving on again and they collect all their fast start bonuses again, their initial bonuses, So, you see that a lot, and it's really sad because they haven't got their team's interest at heart. It's all about them every single time.
It's the same in a job. Like if you're struggling and you're saying that you can't get a new job, then do you even want it? Like, if you can't get sales, do you want the sales? Are you actually looking at why you're not getting sales? Are you actually doing the work? Like, action beats everything. And we know that. Like, there's been times when we've been a little bit stuck. Like, especially over this year with a lot of stuff that's gone on, it has taken its toll on a lot of us. But that's no reason to move a company. We're in this to build our dream, and that's what we're going to do. We're not stopping for no one. So, like, you can bring a shiny object to anybody, but if your vision is that strong, you're not going to move anywhere, because you are an individual person. What someone else tells you, that doesn't matter. Like, you have to do what you want to move forward, not what people are leading you to do. And I think that's kind of the thing, like, here. A lot of people will go and they'll get drawn into fakery, which I have a lot, and that's why I've got a big thing about fakery. I cannot stand fakery and hype, and I got drawn into a few people, and I basically coached them, and they took my advice and made it sound like
it was theirs.
It was theirs. But that's my own block. That's something that I have to work through. It's not. It's. I cannot stand people that lead people on. And that's the thing. And then there'll be a big hype, and also I think with a new company, when you have had a pre-launch, you do get a lot of momentum, because that's the aim of the game. Is it going to be like that in a couple of months to a year's time? You've got to build on foundations. So if you're building the foundations, then yes, maybe it will be. But if you're not building on foundations and you're building on high incentives and hype, is the foundation there? And
You're
that's
just
what
building
you've got
on
to ask
sand. You're
yourself.
just building on sand. There's no foundation there. It's just building on sand, so it's going to fall. So, absolutely. You know, let's just share a personal story to us. You know, because we have moved company.
Yeah.
You know, this was about 2 years ago, and we made the move because we could see our team was struggling. Our team were not making money, and we were not happy with the situation that they weren't making money, even though we were.
Yeah.
And that
And
wasn't
just to
that
point
didn't-
out what Simon's saying, because you should never rely upon promises, and he's absolutely right, because we joined that company and we were taken in by promises and success of other people and shiny object. It was a shiny object type thing. It was, this is the best thing, this is what you need to join, this is going to take us all to millionaires type thing. And actually only a few of those people did that. And don't get me wrong, we did well, but our team weren't, and that's not what we were in it for. We were in it for everyone that we brought in to be able to earn an income, and they weren't doing that.
Yeah. And that's why we decided to make a move. You know,
Yeah.
we found something else that was a better fit, and we've seen team members doing much better with this.
Yeah.
You know, team members making money. You know, and that if our team are making money, then we're doing our job.
Yeah.
And that's essentially why we're in this. You know, I would never get a team member to go and stock up on product to boost my paycheck. It's just not right. It's just not the way that it's not what we're in this for. But you see it a lot, and it does grate on me. I must admit, it grates on me. But like I just said, you know, I'd never ever.
Actually, we were too trusting, and in our launch, obviously, in our product was so highly sought after that we did share product with team, and no one and some of it never came back. So that's how trusting we are as leaders. So I think that's where you look at it, and it's hard because sometimes we have been too trusting, and that's where we've had to learn to become better leaders, because
we helped a lot of people out.
You can't want it more for your team than they want
Absolutely.
it themselves.
Absolutely.
They may have all of the qualities of doing the business, but if they're not taking any action, then they're not going to get any results. And that, as a leader, it's really hard to think, well, actually, you've got to just come to me when you're ready to take action, and we'll be here to help you.
Absolutely. So I think we've covered most things that we were going to talk about tonight.
Yeah.
So hello everyone, by the way, who's jumped on
Thanks
and said
for
hello.
jumping
Tomorrow night, as you can see, we've actually, because I hashtag the 10 days, we've actually made 10 days of lives every day. We have done it together. There will be certain times we'll do it individually, but tomorrow night's going to be one of those, isn't it? We're going to be individual because you're out. So I know I'm going to be sharing with you tomorrow night about the sorts of things that you should expect from an upline, support, encouragement, and all sorts of other things that an upline should be to you, not someone who is actually encouraging you to stock up on product because I want a bigger paycheck, you know. So, yeah, sorry, I'm just reading a comment. Yeah, I'll look back on the comments later on, but thank you for your input, Simon. Yeah, no, it looks like it's boosting paycheck, yeah. So
I'm not quite sure what I'm going to go live on, or even what time I'm going to be able to do it.
So
yet.
yeah, I'm going to be
it's
talking about
gonna
uplines tomorrow.
Surprise.
And yeah, look forward to seeing you all tomorrow night. But I hope you have a lovely evening and take
Thanks
care.
for jumping
See you
on.
later. Bye.
Bye.